We made it back again for another week of sensational ILR action. Joining me as always in the commentary box is HLG.
Good evening.
As I scramble to put the telemetry on the screen, how are you?
I'm good. Not long got
It's
in,
good to know.
but very good. I'm looking forward to a good race.
Yes, it should be a good race, especially around this track. So many points to overtake, so many different kind of corners, high speed, low speed, medium speed. It's got everything really. Let's just find who's actually the lead car.
I think it's
Should have been doing. Oh, Atlantis, what are you doing on track on wets? What are you doing? Or is that hards? I can't tell.
I think that's the hards.
That's all blue. Never mind. Apologies, sir. Yes. Tell you what, for wet tyres, there's no grooves in them.
Well, I think Leclerc's going to be the first one to set a lap, then it followed by Atlantis. So I think we'll follow Leclerc the opening lap.
Always seems to make sense to do that. Through turn one.
Turn 1 and 2 flat, where no real hardship around those first few corners. And you get this little bit of a tricky one where if you get it slightly wrong, your car will slide. But he seems to have done or navigated that relatively well.
Very nicely done. Plenty of power down this, I believe, Wellington Straight? Or was it Hanger Straight?
Wellington Straight. No, you are right.
Yes. See, this is one of the few tracks I know most of the corner names.
And then obviously through Duffield, and then obviously Woodcote.
Into old
Seed.
turn one.
Yeah.
Coming up shortly. Then Maggers and Beckett's the most. I think it's the high speed complex of corners on the track.
And
he
Leclerc
invalidates.
has invalidated. Yep. So Atlantis will be the first one to set an official lap. Then unless he invalidates.
Turn one. Held it nicely.
Yep. Now makes
Maggers and Beckett's here.
Conquer. This is probably one of the
Almost flat.
Not the trickiest.
quite.
Yep. Pretty tricky part of the circuit, but he seems to have got through that relatively okay. And
To Hanger Straight. .204 miles an hour. Takes a nice line through that corner.
Stowe.
Extends very nicely onto the green bit through Stowe.
Yeah, and then
into the final
through
chicane.
Club Corner as is officially named. But this looks like it could be a decent
Across the
lap.
line.
29.1. I tell you what, that's not a bad
27.4,
time
there we
on the
go.
hards by the looks of things.
Yeah, it's half a second slower than the mediums as Dark Wolves gets all out of shape coming out of old turn one, and on coach to Maggers and Beckett's, that's probably ruined his lap.
Yeah, this is the one track where it doesn't really matter what what tyre you use in qualifying, because it's a one stop from softs to mediums or mediums to softs.
Yeah. I
So
think there's less strategy involved, especially given that this is the longest and slowest pit lane on the calendar. Feels like forever. I don't know if it's the longest, but it certainly probably is the slowest. But I still think it is the longest as well. But yeah, whatever. Dark Wolves did set a reasonably good lap, despite the fact he was almost facing the wrong way at one point. Not too bad. Leclerc seems to be recovered, so let's go on board with him and see what he can do on his recovery lap. After all, he invalidated the first time around.
This time. Yeah, hopefully he won't do that this time. Relatively nice
Seems to have so far into the final corner.
So a nice final chicane.
Saw the name of a biscuit.
You had to make that reference. That was 27.9.
Of course I did.
That's an okay time. It's not the fastest.
Oh, yeah, it's not too bad at all, is it?
I'm surprised to see some of these guys out on hards, actually, to be honest with you. I thought it would have just been mediums, chap on some softs, but some people wanting to do the hards. It's interesting.
It's always good to know what the hards can do, especially if you break a wing on lap one. You know you've got the competitiveness in the hards to see you forward through the race.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. And the interesting thing about the hards is they will be able to do pretty much this whole race. They won't be comfortable necessarily, but they will be able to do
Very
pretty much the
nicely
whole
held
race.
there through Fuzzball as he comes through Maggots and Beckett's now. Slight lift, probably invalidated too much as he goes into mode 0. He did indeed. Let's have a look at TJ as he comes across the line.
Into third on
7.5.
3.75.
Good lad.
It's a good lap. It's interesting that actually JJ Rocks is the man on pole with the mediums.
There goes on the mediums. He's about to cross the line. 20 there, I can't read. 28.4. Don't know what I was looking at there.
The decent lap for the mediums.
He's coming up to old turn 1.
And he
Think
runs
he got
slightly
away with
wide
that?
there, but yeah,
Very on the
he
limit.
got away with it. Yeah. Now Magnus and Beckett's,
Magnus
where he's going to be pretty much flat through there, down a 6th, then down a 5th or 4th. Some people vary. He chooses the 5th gear option.
And down the other straight, which isn't Wellington, Hanger Straight.
That one. Yeah.
Into this complex. Now,
into the
decides not to finish the lap anyway. Well, we've got a quiet moment as it doesn't appear anyone's on a particularly good lap right now. We'll go on board with Craig Connolly in case he goes again to improve, but seems to be in mode 4 as he comes through Maggots and Beckett's. I was just thinking of all the old layout and all the corner names and how many of them we lost earlier. I don't hear Luffield anymore, or Brooklands, or Chapel. Do we still have those?
Luffield, yeah, that's the little hairpin.
Okay.
At the end of sector. No, beginning of
Craig
sector
improves
2.
a little bit.
Yeah, Craig improves a tiny little bit. In fact, if you watch Craig, I'll tell you exactly when Luffield is. I'm pretty sure this is Luffield. Someone might correct me.
It's always good to know that we didn't lose as much as I thought when they redesigned the track, and some of it is still confusing to where it actually is. So
There you go. So if you're on board with Craig,
I am.
you come up to it here.
Is this it?
Yes, I believe the here is Luffield. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I always would have thought that was Brooklands for some reason, but cool.
Again, I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure
hell's Chapel?
Brooklands is the corner before.
Okay. Vale. Where's that? Did you lose that?
I think we might have lost that. No, did we? I don't know.
I don't. Is there anyone in the chat that can help?
I don't know. I haven't got the chat open today.
To be honest, I completely forgot to look at the chat. I was so engrossed in trying to prove that I have knowledge of Formula 1 tracks that I've completely forgotten to glance at the other monitor to check the chat. Doesn't matter anyway, there's not a lot of views right now, so that's fine. I'll mute that because I don't want to hear myself twice. Bad enough you have to hear me once.
I think Dark Wolf is currently on a lap.
I am on board with him, so yeah, if he is, then that's a good place for me to have left it while I was sorting out the chat.
Yep, I think he is on a lap. Did only catch the end of his first sector, but looked like he was doing alright.
Pretty competitive. He's on the soft tyre now, probably always was, but 27.2 on mediums is a solid time.
That is a very good time from JJ Rose, I have to say, and if I'm not mistaken, he's back out on a set of softs, so he should go quicker.
Dark Horse has got that very wrong.
He's got that terribly wrong. His ERS is still up though, so it looks like he might still be going for it, but his back end looks all
He's going for it,
place.
but his lap is absolutely ruined. If I was him, I'd just.
If I was him, I would dive in and
put
go
again.
softs on. Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna have to go on board with KG Fuzzball. Not least because I enjoy saying it. Oh, well, never mind.
Oh,
He's facing the wrong way as well. Sorry, Dragon.
Which is again interesting.
That can happen.
Dark Wolf did improve up to 4th.
Oh wow. Abandoned at the wrong time, sorry mate. But anyway, I'm on board with Dragon as he's approaching Rackets and Beckett's. Seems to be a popular place for me to join people today. It's like my inner radar is going insane.
Yep, so
very nice sector so far for Dragon.
Yeah.
Which could be very close to the front rows of the grid. Little moment there, but doesn't seem to have affected him too much. Probably got away with
wide. That. Yeah, I think you can run a little touch wide there and get away with it, so it looks like he has done that because he's still pushing in hot lap. As he comes out of the final corner,
there you go.
And 26.6.
26.6. Wow.
It's a good lap. I'd say very good lap from him.
Scarily quick, as DTM has just started a lap as well. So I didn't join someone en route to Maggotts and Beckett's. That's unusual.
Yep. Takes that. Those couple of corners quite nicely. I mean, the first part of it seemed a little bit slow, in my opinion, but still navigating it nicely. As we have a yellow flag in sector 2, I'm going to assume that's someone moving over.
Yeah, it's disappeared very quickly, so someone's obviously just moved or gone off or slowed down or whatever. No incident, no one in a wall anywhere that I can see, so...
Oh, Mr. CJ,
that's a time.
26. Okay, so these times are still improving.
DTM. I think he got away with that because he lifted. If he hadn't lifted, he would have been invalidated. I'm pretty sure of that. That's a very weird line to take through Maggotts and Beckett's, in all honesty. That's not going to do you any favours, even though he is up on his time.
But he is getting some drag there
got a bit of tow there from Dragon.
So that's nice. That's the word tow, not drag. Ah, Kim, what am I on about? Drag would slow him down. But he goes into the pits.
Well, never mind. Dragging in as well. Very slowly.
They should have enough time to come back out and do another lap.
They will have, yeah. Maybe that was it. Maybe he thought, I might as well come in now, because if it goes again, he's not going to get a second lap later in the session because of how long it takes to get out on track.
Yep.
Phoenix is about to start a lap, by the way.
Yeah, he's about to start. I think Craig might be on a lap.
Yes, he is. Yes, that's on a lap.
Go through Sector 2, and just what I call Luffield. Again, might be wrong.
If it
so
was
sorry to anyone I'm offending.
Configuration, he would be across the line now.
But he's not.
We're not to his old turn
still
one.
Having to navigate this section here. He lifts off that.
Probably does have an actual name, but I can't remember it. Maggotts and Beckett's. He's not taking this lap very.
It doesn't seem very quick. But then again, like it's been proved many times. I just hope it's the RS. But as I was about to say, then again, a lot of the time I have been proved wrong here, and slower. Sometimes looking slower is faster. So that could have been the case there, but he's not really pushing by the looks of things. So
I don't think so. It's like he's
to the pits.
Yeah, okay, that'll be why. Let's find someone that's not going to abandon us. I don't hour of need to see a fast lap.
I think Dark Phoenix is coming up
the
to
only
finish
one.
that.
Yeah, it would be him, and then Fuzzball's the only other one on a lap, I guess, at some point. Although Denzel and Dragon have just come back out, so I think I spent the first half of this qualifying session on board with people, which is not the most ideal thing to do, but never mind. 27.2 there for Phoenix. Puts him fourth.
It's a good lap, and he can go for another one. He won't have time to pit to get some more tyres, so he might as well make the most of what he's got at the moment and go for another lap.
Oof. Fuzzball really trying to warm his tyres up there. The only person to yet set a lap, although DTM has not set a competitive time either. 11 seconds off the pace. And we know the hards are slow, but not that slow.
Interestingly, DTM coming back out on those hards, so
he's committed to a strategy then.
Which intrigues me, because the hards aren't normally very good around Silverstone, but
they take a while. They take a while to warm, and there goes a brake marker, or yeah, so that's going to be a problem. Here we go then. Not DTM. KG Fuzzball is starting a lap now.
Yep, so let's follow him for a lap. Little lift through turn 1, completely flat through turn 2, close to that car on the outside.
Very hard to follow him there when they showed us a Williams. Cheers for that camera angle.
Good work, cameraman. I've lost
Thanks, man, I tried.
track of corner numbers, but as he's coming up to
Hanger Straight.
this place,
one of the two, Wellington.
this is what the Luffield.
Woodlands, Luffield, Brooklands. Hello there. What game are we playing anymore?
Forest Simulator. But he's coming down the
sweet
past
tree.
the old start-finish line.
Wouldn't be a stream without a tree reference, would it?
Wow.
Even though that's a thing that has nothing to do with any league. All you need to know is I'm a very happy tree. JJ tires in the pit lane.
Yeah, JJ. So that's JJ's qualifying done. So the best he's going to get is 3rd. As I'm not going to lie,
He will be starting on the mediums as well, so he's got a very good chance of a better strategy in the race, so he'll be quicker later.
In a threat later
providing he keeps his nose clean.
As we got a yellow flag in every single sector there, apparently. For a minute there, that was interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, we did for a minute.
And anyway, there we go. Fuzzball 7th.
7th.
Can go again.
Can go again.
Well, ERS will be minimal.
Yep. And
Let's
he's already backed up.
Else. DTM.
DTM coming through the final sector now.
Hard. Because first of all retires from session. Okay then. Here
DTM
comes
not looking too comfortable on these tyres.
Not great. 28.5.
He lifted across the line there, so it's interesting. I think he didn't want to be in the top 10. I think that's the idea here. He wants fresh tyres for the race. So.
Well, that's risky, but fair enough. Get fresh tyres, knock your front wing off, and need to go to the hards anyway. Interesting dilemma he'll face. Barrio's 10th and is now finished. Dark Wolves is on a lap. Comes out old turn 1. Let's see if anyone else is closer to finishing. Yes, Leclerc. Going round, I believe, the final corner. He goes third.
Into third.
That's JJ down. TJ's on a lap though. Can he go quicker? Does he need to? What's Dragon up to? He's about to cross the line to find out. Not particularly great. Oh no, that's the old finish line, see?
That's the old start-finish line.
Catching people out. It's all a line. It looked exactly the same, so never mind.
Wait, so his final
that's a cut, surely.
He's still pushing, so...
He's still pushing, so maybe not. He is down though. Never mind. I don't think he's going to be able to set a lap time. TJ is done, so even if he didn't improve, doesn't matter.
And then very wide by Dragon as well.
The Delta's confusing me, so Craig Conley's not really on a lap.
Oh, so
we'll go into
that is qualifying complete.
That is your order. Well, that qualifying session shot past.
Those are the kind of qualifying sessions I enjoy, to be honest. Qualifying is the least interesting part of the whole F1 experience. Now we get into the race.
The race is a whole different story. Just making sure, yeah, everyone is finished. Checker flags out. And that is your pole sitter, Mr. TJ 1512. Don't know what happened to the 1511, but never mind.
They were swallowed up by a black hole.
Ah. I wonder if that's what happened to the Sea Bros.
Possibly.
Anyway, not to plug another league or anything, but TJ has a comfortable margin there for pole position, and I'll let you go in whichever order you want.
I'm going to go 13th to 1st, very quickly here. So, we have DTM 13th, Craig 12th, Barry 11th. And then starting in the top 10, having to start on their tyres is Toxics, Dark Wolf, KG Fuzzball, Denzel, Atlantis J20, Dark Phoenix, JJ Rocks, Leclerc, Dragon, and Mr. TJ. And I do that all with 1 second to spare. Look at that.
Look at that. Just imagine if there were 16 or more cars, you wouldn't have got through that.
No, I wouldn't have done.
Ah. Someone's watching me. I believe it's probably Junior. Hello, Junior, you handsome bastard. How are you doing?
Well,
that's
if it is
just a general
Junior, good
consensus
evening.
among the league.
Should probably have the chat. But this is just effort.
Ugh.
I'm going to let you control chat.
It looks like a blue clear sky, which is a rarity in England.
I was about to say that's very rare in England. I wouldn't be surprised
Not
though, if we
outside my
see rain
window.
in about 10 minutes time.
Yeah, get to turn 1, it starts to piss down. Anyway, good evening out there. Good to have you here.
As they're starting to ready up.
Yeah. Let's hope that this race delivers. Or lamb chicken fish is fine with me.
With this being more than likely most people's here, if not all, of their home Grand Prix, so let's hope for a good race. Everyone's gonna want a good. Everyone's gonna want a good result. I can speak English, I promise.
Yeah, good to know that my joke washed over everyone as well. Anyway.
Wait, you made a joke?
The safety lap. I did. I know it's hard to believe.
I'm gonna pretend I heard the joke. Good joke.
Yes, that is. It really was. It was about, will the race deliver? And I go, lamb, chicken and fish is fine with me if it doesn't. Anyway, what?
Oh, okay. I missed that second part. That's why I didn't laugh. So that was actually a pretty decent joke, but that's fine.
Trade.
I need to bring the telemetry back up. That would probably help right now.
Oh yeah. Position change. None. What a boring race. Why are they going so slowly? Is there a safety car? Have they all got punctures? What happened?
What happened is they're all having...
Craig went with hards in the end. Interesting. The only one outside the top 10 to go with the hards. Majority of the grid went with the soft tyres and a few medium runners, so this could be very spicy.
Yeah, we could see those medium runners come out of nowhere at the end of this race.
JJ Rox has a very good
Craig on
advantage
those hards is an interesting strategy.
Craig is one to watch out for as well.
If he feels comfortable on those tyres, he could really have a good race. So we'll have to watch him in this first stint of the race.
Yeah, the thing to watch with Craig is he's on the hards, and yes, he will go slowly, but he's out of real estate danger, so he can take his time to bring the tyres up as we go past some trees. But he is in prime position to make those hards work for him. Good lad. Always a pleasure to see him strategise his way through the race. Man, what is going on tonight? It's been a long day apparently, and I can't do words.
Words? Words exist. No, I can't do words.
I'm going to start using pictures. Dot.
I'm going to use sign language.
3 dots.
That's what I'm going to do right now.
101010. Ah.
Alright, well, as I'm pretty sure everyone is on the grid. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, they are, and let's have some camera angles, thank you. Lights. Some number of them. They're all red, and now they're gone.
And away they go. Looks like
a lot
TJ
of
got
wheel
a
spin
decent
to put
launch,
the power
but so
down
did,
there,
actually,
but the Ferrari seems to be a better start there, better line.
Let's go around the outside of
Very
turn 2
tight
though,
through there,
so...
but plenty of space.
Have
a look, Leclerc, fuzzball, Phoenix, JJ Rox has gone backwards, literally.
Oh, yeah, it's literally backwards. It's an unfortunate start for him. His tyres will now probably be overheated, so he's not going to have a fun time. Oh, and he retires.
No, well, there we go, that lasted, unlucky.
Alright, well, so that puts us down to 12 drivers for the race, so unlucky for fuzzball.
Other than now, I'm not going to get to say Casey Fuzzball for an entire week. Bye. Thanks for unlucky. Thanks for coming, but unlucky today. And down to 12. Not sure that really warranted a DNF, to be fair, but now the Ferrari lost it. He's under pressure from Leclerc, who will get through there. Yeah, that's not an ideal place to catch someone at that speed, but was more than aware to see what was going on around him, so luckily there wasn't a monumental collision. He only lost one place for going slightly wide, but he is now vulnerable to his teammate and the 2 McLarens behind him.
Yeah, but not
necessarily in that order.
Move on Phoenix, or was it JJ? He's making a move on one of them.
It's Phoenix.
Yep, it was Phoenix.
It's like last week all over again.
He's made that move stick, so
Oh,
very
wow.
nicely done to him.
What a drive he got out of the final corner.
Oh, no,
Absolutely
yeah.
gone straight past him. Wow.
A very good run there
Look at
by
this action.
Phoenix, and he'll have the ideal line, well, near enough ideal line.
Atlantis is through again, is he? Yeah, Phoenix, slight tap for the rears,
Oh.
probably fine. Loses the car though.
No, loses
That
the car.
could take out the Force Indy if he's not careful.
And
A little bit of a
that's
squeeze.
and Dark Horse got past both the McLarens, including JJ Rocks in that one. So that's really helped Dark Wolf out.
Barry's not having a good time.
No, that's
Nope. Oh,
him
and he's out.
this race.
And Craig is up to 9th place. Craig Conley there. He's on the back
Yep,
of this
DTM.
monumental scrap between the two McLarens, Ferraris and the Force India. That's got to be heartening
Yeah,
for him.
DTM looking to complete this move on JJ. He's down the inside for this turn.
Yes.
Oh, they both
One
run
of you had
very
to yield
wide.
and neither of you did. That's interesting. You've both gone wide there.
And they're
That's
both going
not
to go
an
for
ideal
two
place
wide
to try and
through here as well.
overtake. It's never going to end well.
DTM is still ahead though, so that's worked out for him. And that is going to put the Dark Wolves under some pressure. Although DTM doesn't have DRS, it will.
Missed an overtake. Leclerc and Dragon are trading positions by the look of it. And DTM, Dark Wolves, and this is getting very, 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 very uncompetitive already. As he gets the... What the hell kind of line is that? It's just... I didn't mean line, I meant... He's got some sort of massive drive off the final corner and he can mug past people. As Toxic is in to the pits.
Oh, is JJ's making a move on Dark Wolves?
This battle is
He's had to
ridiculously
yield
good.
that.
Oh, that's game over. Bye.
Wolves out. So we're down to 10 drivers on lap 3.
Just when I praise some driving, that happens. Happens every time. I never learn. Anyway, well, the upshot of all this is Barry's left the session. Dark Wolves has retired as he's pretty much driven himself into a wall there. That's never going to end well coming on track like that. Never mind.
No, he should have lifted
Toxic
up and
got
tried
a
to slip
penalty for
between
going in the
them,
pit
if
lane.
anything. But
Yes, he should. Never mind.
and so
Yeah, in the points. Points for everyone.
yeah, but
Be a long race
Atlantis
though.
Atlantis came back onto the track.
DTM is out.
Yep, Atlantis came back onto the track dangerously and just completely took him out.
Unfortunately, I didn't see it.
I did, and I've clipped it because I was on board with DTM. That was DTM's going to be very upset with that.
Craig's got a 5-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag.
Well, he overtook Atlantis,
say,
but I'm assuming Atlantis lost it, so that's a bit of an unfair one by those things.
No. I mean, I was going to say, like, if the car's facing backwards, what are you meant to do? You can't stop on track, 'cause that's dangerous. But yeah, he's unfortunate for him. But he's 6th anyway at this point, and he's on a better strategy. So good luck to him for the rest of the race. But unfortunately, down to 9. And at what point do we say enough of this and no point broadcasting anymore? Because there's just running out of cars.
Well,
I don't want to end the stream early. Obviously, I love streaming, but there comes a point where it's just like, what's the point? You know?
well, we don't lose anymore as Denzel's into the pit, so I'm assuming he's acquired some damage.
Yeah, probably.
Well, the closest cars on track at the moment are Dragon and Leclerc, so I guess we'll go on board with these guys. Where Dragon's going to have DRS.
An amazing drive out of Maggots and Beckett. Leclerc goes defensive. Won't matter. Or will it? Can he outbrake him into the next corner? No, not really.
He tried to, but Dragon was very good on the brakes as well, so Dragon's now passed. But if Leclerc can stay close enough, he will have DRS this time round.
Yeah, that's a really good camera angle. Actually, I'm not taking the mickey. That is a good, helpful camera angle.
Yep, Leclerc's got DRS this time, but he's not catching. And it's a pretty pointless DRS zone now, I suppose. So he just has to stay close enough and do the same thing to Dragon as Dragon did to him. That's all he has to do. Get a good drive out of
overtake him. slightly narrower line there through the corner. I was hoping for a better exit than that, but couldn't really go anywhere because the car of Dragon was on where he'd like to be.
Yeah, gets a small slight lock up there from Leclerc as well, so he's really pushing that car, trying to stay close. He's losing a little bit of time every now and again, but he's still within that 1 second gap, so he's still gonna should still get DRS coming out of Maggots and Beckett's.
Should do, yes, but will he? Probably. Can he use it to
Oh, I don't know.
affect the overtake?
Yep, he was close enough when we went over the DRS line, so he will still have it here. This will bring him hope. Well, he's going to hope back into that 1 second gap. It's not actually been that effective. I think Leclerc's running
really.
a higher downforce, so and
It's definitely geared up more for corners.
Now the gaps are spread out again, and we're at this point 5 laps in when nothing's happening. Dragon actually sets the fastest lap of the race, so after getting past Leclerc, he's really put his foot down. And I don't know what to commentate on, because there is nothing to commentate on.
There's nothing to talk about right now. I mean, you could marvel in the all-blue car if you want. 6th place.
Yeah, he's in 6th place, made up 6 positions.
Matching trim.
And in fact, actually, he's brought himself within a second of Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, he's on the move, but I don't know if that's because Phoenix made a mistake or if he's just... He must have made a mistake because he was 1.6 seconds off a short moment ago. Either Phoenix has been off or he's got some sort of performance issue with his tyres.
I think it's a bit of an early stage for him to be having tyre problems, but I guess he did have a couple of moments early on, if I'm not mistaken, so that might a little bit.
We'll just see how this plays out for this lap, as this is the closest battle, and then you've got Atlantis behind this as well. 3-car battle. And Leclerc gets a 3-second time penalty there, and that feels weird to say that. I don't ever call him that. Is it weird to hear?
It's a little bit weird to hear, but at the same time, I didn't really pick up on it until you pointed it out, so...
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, Dark Phoenix came into the pit. I was wondering why the gap for Craig opened up again then. When he had his 5-second stop go as well, so that's really going to put him out behind these guys.
Now, though. We'll go to the end.
Now Craig hasn't got the DRS
laps.
though or anything to help defend off of Atlantis, so this is going to be Atlantis' opportunity to get past Craig. Although he gets a bad run out of that turn.
Yeah, but the thing, Craig will know he's on a completely different race to Atlantis right now, so he's not even going to bother fighting the overtake. If he's smart about it, which he usually is. Well, he doesn't have to if he drives like that. Holy hell. Some poos come out!
Craig gets a penalty there, but he's still in a good position in this race.
Always.
I think we might see Atlantis come in this lap after those moments. I think his tyres are coming close to the end. No, he's continuing.
Yeah, I don't blame him, but at the same time, if that happens again, he could well be in a wall, and we'll be regretting not going right there. But anyway, trying to make this as exciting as possible, but when this is literally the only battle we got right now, hopefully the end of the race will be a lot more exciting as the beginning was. The middle, well, not even the middle, like after lap 3 the race had pretty much died, but anyway, we're going to keep going because you never really know. But I am a little bit surprised that not more people would want to take part in this race. But anyway, there's a lot going on in the world, I understand that. And whoever's not here, we hope you can join us next week.
Yep.
As Atlantis lines up another move.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be done this
Please don't go for it.
Yeah,
Please don't go for it down Maggots and Beckett's
Craig.
either.
I think he's going to have to follow Craig all the way through Maggots and Beckett's, get the DRS and make the move there. He needs to really make this car stick to the tarmac though, as he's losing a lot of time through there though to Craig, so tyres really starting to wear off.
He did make it back a little bit in the final bit of Maggots and Beckett's, but problem is, he already lost so much following in the dirty air through there. Let's go right, sir, go right. No, never mind. It's going again. He obviously must feel that it's not ready.
Maybe those mistakes we were seeing on those tyres about 2 laps ago were just
maybe they were driver related.
Yeah, maybe they weren't tyre related, but I mean, I guess that's always an option, but I feel like
no one else pitted either, so
tyres are still got to be like wearing off a little bit.
Very close, he goes for it down. That's a bit cheeky.
I don't think he's ever going to make the move stick there. It's not really a too wide place.
It's not really the place to go for an overtake, as you say. You can barely go one wide, but at least I think he tried to give him space, but there's just nowhere for him to go and just steered into Craig there. I don't think that was an intentional move there. I think he was thinking about it, but then just couldn't avoid it in the end.
Right. And Atlantis has to do the opposite of what he did.
Here we go again.
Oh, he's going to
well,
really
that's
cut that
pretty much
corner.
opposite of what he did. That's pretty much the opposite, to be fair.
I didn't quite mean there. I meant for Atlantis and Beckett's he has to do the opposite. Alright?
He's obviously... if I were him, I'd consider pitting early just to get out of this dirty air, because you're never going to get past him driving like that.
Yeah,
because you're catching him at all the wrong parts, as TJ in first.
And Dragon gets a 5 seconds to go. Speeding in pit lane, that could
Leclerc in as
hurt
well.
him later in this race.
Leclerc goes on. But yeah, if I was Atlantis, I'd go right now, and he hasn't done. That could be a big mistake if the leaders are pitting. It should tell you something, sir. But never mind.
Yeah, he's definitely losing grip now, though. Look, for those
just can't put the power down out of the final corner. He definitely should have gone in. Craig's up to third on the hards. What a man. I think he's just driving away from Atlantis now. He really should have. But you know, he's out there for a reason, and I'm here watching for a reason. Or at least attempting to watch anyway. I'm not really sure if I'm actually paying the right attention. But Phoenix and Taze battling for P7, a massive, about a minute behind the leaders at this point. Maybe a little more than that. As Leclerc, the leader, is coming up to Maggots and Beckett's, and 9th is just going around turn 1.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he decides to pick this lap. I have a feeling he will. As Atlantis picks up a penalty.
Absolutely dead, to be fair. Let's have a look at Atlantis. I'm pretty sure he's learned off the last 3 laps and finally stayed a little bit clear, and then puts the power down on the way out. Could get a little closer with DRS. He's not even close enough, I don't think. But
in comes Leclerc,
yes,
so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out compared to the guy that was closest to him, who was Dragon.
If Atlantis doesn't pit, he's ended up in a wall. There we go, good lad. Finally learned his lesson. That releases Craig Connolly from having to defend, even though I don't think he was fighting it.
No, it looked like Craig was just driving.
But now you can drive a little easier. Yeah, he would have let him go if he was close enough, but he just... Atlantis kept making silly mistakes and not getting close enough.
Yep, so right, here's Leclerc is coming out the pits, but I think Dragon's going to still be ahead of him.
5th, yeah, he is. And he's 7th, 8th and 9th, just coming around the final corner.
Yeah, I think Leclerc's actually lost time pitting a lap later than these guys, so...
Yeah. The undercut's powerful.
It's very powerful, yep. This track is definitely an undercut track. I don't really think there is one really at the moment.
Battle is 7th at the moment, 1.3 seconds. Unfortunately. Well, not for these guys. They are fighting, but unfortunately their closest battle is for 6th, 7th and 8th, so we're going to have to watch that, even though it's not particularly close right now. Second is a lifetime in Formula 1 terms.
Yes.
Remember that.
It's very much... It's like...
Have a look at
trying
7th and 6th,
travel the
they're
universe.
closer.
It's what a second is in F1, but Toxic is definitely clutching Atlantis at the moment, but Atlantis is on the
Could use
fresh
some
tyres,
rain
so
to
he's
spice
just
this
got
up.
some rain would be very nice, but I'm not seeing any clouds anywhere.
Safety car would be good too,
Ooh.
but oh dear.
Toxic was having a look through Magnus and Beggars. That's an interesting place to have a look.
Well, I mean, Atlantis has been doing it all race, trying to have a look down there for no reason, so...
Dragon's hitting the fastest lap, so he's really
Goes
trying
defensive.
to reel in TJ.
Lets him go.
There's nothing Atlantis
Tries
can
to
do
do
to defend from
some
the top
form of
6 at the moment,
switchback, but it's never going to work. Goes wide, runs the curb nicely though.
Toxic will have to pit again, so I guess that's the one thing Atlantis has.
Yeah.
Oh, runs
well,
wide
I mean,
though.
He is really...
So does
wow,
Toxic though.
Jesus.
This is Phoenix watching all of this, thinking, right, I'm reeling you in now.
Now he's in this battle. It's a three-way battle now, all of a sudden.
Yep, as
He goes
Phoenix
for
is
the...
looking down
No.
inside.
Definitely left him enough room. Oh, no, he didn't.
I think
No.
I think Finger's got away with no damage from that, so that's relatively lucky.
Yeah, I didn't see anything fly off. He hit him in exactly the right part of the car to not damage him, but you don't really want to see people hitting each other at all, but it's inevitable. The contact can happen sometimes. I think far
Phoenix
too
making the move
far too
stick
often
this
in
time
this
though.
race. Yeah. Better tyres. Fresher, harder tyres. As opposed to the more worn, softer tyres. And that's a mouthful to say. It's a shame they created these hards and never took them to any tracks though. So you never saw them on cars.
Well,
Strange how they did that.
yeah, it feels like it was a bit of a waste of a tyre, really, in all honesty.
Oh well, Denzel's suddenly on the back of this lot from out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's on the back of Toxis. Toxis is really dropping back at this point, and Phoenix has also caught up to the back of Atlantis, so Atlantis really struggling to turn those mediums on.
Denzel and Toxic's in. And Toxic, oh dear, his race has gone from bad to worse. Unlucky, I guess. But then again, it's your fault for speeding, so I can't really say unlucky.
Yep, well,
Just wondering if that's a telltale sign of a rage quit, but he is in the points, so he shouldn't do. He's got a penalty already for that as well, so they're just not serving him.
At this
Lost
point,
a lot of time on the mediums to the end.
At this point, as frustrating as it
Carries on,
is, these guys taking it to the end of the race just to get points would be the best thing for them to do. Keep them in somewhat of some kind of chase to the guys ahead of them. But
I'm having that issue with camera angles again. Like, Phoenix looked very close to Atlantis. When on board, he was nowhere near him. Very, very deceptive.
yeah, I think Phoenix might be struggling a little bit with this dirty air on those harder tyres.
Yeah, they don't like running in clean air, to be fair, they're hard, but yellow flag in sector 1. That could be Denzel going out the pits. It is. Hasn't got the temperature yet. That's
made a complete and utter mistake.
It's done well to keep that out of the wall.
Oh, you
I
say
spoke
that?
too early, have I? Maybe he's... yeah, that's horrendous luck. Doesn't break his wing, so I got away with that, but never mind.
And he gets a
I mean, that's a bit harsh.
Come on, game. He's lost like
Come on.
a minute.
What are we doing here?
Track.
Doing donuts on the grass, and that's a... Okay. I'm done. No, that's more like it.
As Atlantis picks up another multi-engine point.
Yep, as I usually call them, and it feels weird that I haven't, but never mind. Atlantis is really, really pushing hard, you can tell, but...
Just really not finding any pace on those tyres at the moment.
No.
As Phoenix is having
a... But,
Ooh,
what the hell?
That move has come out of nowhere. I was not expecting that.
Oh, well, that's how that ended up. Atlantis is either having a shocker, or I imagine it. He's not driving very well today, is he? He's all scruffy and his elbows are too far out. By the look of it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's having. I don't know. It looks like he's like struggling with the car a little bit. To be honest with you, I don't want to put the full blame on him. It feels like the car is just not underneath him.
Right, I get that, but it just seems like he's not being as careful as he could be with that in mind. And other people have paid the price for it.
Yeah, well,
But,
I'm sure.
whatever. I'm sure
will...
if people have complaints, the stewards will deal with him.
Yep.
It's easy sat here watching. Not so easy doing the driving when you got a shit car. But anyway, whatever's going on is going on, and that's just for him to figure out.
Exactly. Dragon is now catching TJ.
I was gonna say, let's change because that's a smaller gap up front. So let's go and have a look at the back of Leclerc. The Dragon.
These guys are both catching the two yet to pit of Craig and JJ, but I think we're going to see Craig go very, very long into this race, whereas JJ, I'm thinking...
Just trying to do the JJ a few more laps.
Yeah, I'm trying to... How many laps did the
If
guys
he's being
go on
smart, he'll go in now.
before?
There we go, we'll go now.
Well, the guys...
He's certainly running pit assist on.
Yeah, the guys that started on the softs that they used in qualifying did 9 laps. Well, yeah, TJ did 9
so
laps.
that's about right, yeah.
So...
Just trying to do the maths on Craig here. Average pit lane time, I'm trying
Jay, where's
I
he going to
reckon
come out?
if Craig does this sort of pace, he's going to come out in the top 5.
Yeah, he's going to be on a first.
He's going to have a solid
to make
result
his way through some more cars at the end as well. With being on the very fresh.
He won't be that. I was going to say he
softs.
won't be that far behind either on the fresh softs. He's in prime position to have a massive result here. Come on, Craig.
JJ comes out in
Drive as
5th,
always, sir. Let's go.
so it's good for him at the moment.
Let's have a look at what kind of lap times he can put down now he's on the softs. It'll be a marker for Craig when he pits in about 5 or so laps, I guess.
I think he's going to pit somewhere around lap 20, and really have a good 6 lap stint on those softs. Really take what he can out of him.
Push him, yeah. Basically, he'll be driving 6 quali laps, isn't he?
Pretty much.
We are on board with JJ just to see what kind of inroads he can make to the cars in front for now. Not a lot, but when he gets them up to speed, which looks like any time now, especially through Maggers and Beggett's, you need full grip through there. So he stuck it a little bit conservatively for the first time around on the new tyres. I'm not even sure what's going on anymore.
Oh, JJ picks up a penalty, running a little bit wide, while Dragon is still slowly reeling in TJ. Well, Dragon has a few penalties under his belt, if I remember correctly, and I don't remember seeing any for TJ.
No,
Dragon
I don't
has
recall it
2
either,
and
but you
TJ
can
doesn't have
quickly check
any.
that if you want.
So,
Okay.
but
He's already
TJ doesn't
on it.
even have
Wow.
TJ doesn't even have a warning. So,
Good lad. Solid effort, son. Solid effort. I don't suppose Craig's got many warnings either, has he?
let's have a quick look at Craigie boy. He has a penalty and he's 1 warning away from
Oh.
another penalty,
Yeah.
and he has the stop go from speeding on the yellow or overtaking or whatever it was on the yellow
Oh,
flag.
that was ridiculous. Such a broken system. There's a car backwards. Yeah, but you overtook him. Yeah, but it's backwards. Don't care.
Yeah,
Right,
hopefully
Craig's in
that's
now.
not
A little bit earlier than I thought he would have gone in. And
yeah.
oh, that's not helped.
Oh, this could
That
affect
is
his
not
result at the end of the race. He
It
was on
undoubtedly
contention,
will.
in my opinion, for a good driver of the day. Maybe even get
Yeah.
like fourth place off the guys.
I would have put him outside for the podium, but now it's not going to happen.
But yeah, now with that and the penalty on top
And
of
he's got a penalty
and
to
having
serve
to
now,
wait,
so he's not going to get out. He would have got out.
he might.
I think he's still going to get out just ahead of Atlantis, but it's not going to be as comfortable as it was. Atlantis is coming around the final corner now. On board with him and see if he can see how close he gets.
He's going to beat him out. He's going to.
Very, yeah. Just got him.
Not ideal though, because I think this is going to have those tyres up to temperature.
He's got way much more speed and momentum. And here we go again. Round 2.
Yeah, all Craig's got to do though is get these softs up to temperature, and he should be able to get past Atlantis nicely. As Dragon is now within a second of TJ up front as well.
Let's go to that battle then. Just for the lead. I am keeping
Dragon
an eye on
seems to have one of the fastest cars down a straight at the moment. It seems like every time he hits a straight,
I think he's geared up for straight line speed, but others are more designed for corners.
Which isn't too bad of a strategy call. So best place to make the overtake.
To have. Be stronger in the corners, which means you should make up a little bit more over the course of a lap than the guy running full straight line speed, but we'll see what happens. Craig doesn't seem to have any pace on Atlantis at this moment, but he is within half a second, so I'll give or take.
Yep, 2 different battles going on during this field at the moment. Just keeping an eye on the gaps. I think Dragon's falling a little bit, while there's Craig has I think now got these tyres up to temp.
Okay, battle recommences now with Craig, and I don't know about that lap time. It's only gone from a tenth to half a second in the space of half a corner. That was weird, but anyway.
Yeah, here we go though. Craig's going to really have a good drive here.
Atlantis is going to go wide because he's got no choice, but can he hold it round the outside? No.
Inside for the next turn though.
Some sort of switchback? No.
And the bad grip of those softs.
Well then. It was slightly more difficult than it needed to be, but he was careless speeding into the pit lane.
On the back of Leclerc.
Okay. Is he going to launch it around the final corner? Hopefully not. No, good lad.
Flicking between the two battles, both the top 2 and 3rd and 4th are kind of keeping the same kind of gaps. It's just who's going to be the first to make a move out of these sets of drivers. Could be JJ if he can get a good run.
Seems to be falling back a bit. Doesn't have a good final sector there on those mediums. It's all about JJ and Leclerc now.
Dragon with a slight mistake. So yeah, I think JJ is going to be in the next one. He's going to be the one lined up to try and make a move on Leclerc.
Somehow we're on lap 20 all of a sudden. That's gone by very quick as well.
Yeah, that's because the racing has commenced again.
Please don't try it.
Oh, there's a touch, and it sent Leclerc. Whoa, how is he not dead? How?
It's
oh,
is that enough for that?
I think the game's done the. You've hit the wall. You still have your wheels, but
no recovery for you. Maybe you just have another look at the replay as they go round into old turn 1. He's on board with Craig Conley now, as there's nothing else to really do at this point, but it wasn't even a touch, that's just decent by the look of it. Sorry, get on the replay. I don't think there was any contact there at all. I think Atlantis slightly lost it through Megas and Beckett there, but never mind. That's what the yellow flag was for.
Yep, so...
Tricky one.
That'll be one the stewards to look at, I think.
Wouldn't want to be in that room tonight. This has been shocking.
Oh, so down to 8 runners.
Every time we praise the racing, something happens and makes it all makes me question it. So I'm just not going to say anything for the rest of the stream.
I mean, don't do this to me.
Of course, I'm not going to do that to you.
I already have to try and think of questions for the top 3, and then you're going to leave me to commentate on my own. Oh, mate.
No, don't worry. I got this. I don't think you should really worry about asking questions. It's more about just the top 3 being on the podium is probably more explanatory to itself than anything they've done. They just haven't hit anyone off. At least not from what I remember, but there's been incidents. Well, oh jeez, that Ferrari had a bit of a moment there.
Yeah, looked like TJ had a bit of a moment as well, because the Dragons really closed in on him there.
Oh.
So to back out a little bit there, couldn't really make the move, and now he's fallen back outside that 5-10 gap. So still have DRS, but lost a good 4 or 5 attempts just being that close to TJ through that section. This is the only battle on track. Would you believe it?
No. Not with 8 cars, I wouldn't, no. There was always the fear when I saw low numbers that something like this could happen. It's not been processionary by any means. It has some exciting moments hidden in it, but unfortunately there was too many retirements early on for this race to not be anything else other than the occasional glimpse of what could we do? Oh no, I'm off again. Credit to those still running, they have kept it out of the wall, but it's not been the best race by any stretch of the imagination, although I have called worse in other leagues. So it's, I guess what I'm saying is chalk it down to one of those days, because we have a few laps and a handful to go. Nothing else is happening back behind them, so it's basically these two are fighting for first place, which, as I believe, goes to TJ, who's still pretty clean.
Yeah, still hasn't had a penalty, so even if Dragon gets past, he's really going to have to open up that gap. So I think TJ, no matter what, has this race win. So but while we've got a moment, and my voice is killing. Hang on. Alright, there we go.
Well then, that's well, that's up 8 for Craig Conley. There we go. But other than that, not many people have made places today, to be fair. Tricky, really.
I want to give, I very, very much want to give Driver of the Day to Craig for making up those 8 positions, 4th place from the back. It's a very good result. But at the same time, like we've said before, a lot of the time the top runners get taken out for Driver of the Day, and I have to say TJ ran a very clean and consistent race. Yeah,
I would favour him today, to be fair. I usually want to give it to a driver like Craig, who's had a stormer of a race, but the couple of incidents he's had may or may not have been his fault, but certainly he sped into the pit lane. That's negated some of it. Solid effort for him anyway, regardless, but I definitely want to give it to TJ for having a clean race. It's very hard to do around here.
Yep, so I think we'll have an agreement on that, as Dragon again is really close to TJ, but through a really bad section.
Yeah, they seem to be catching people at the wrong time today, like everyone. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Yellow sector 2, don't know what that's for. Don't really care if I'm honest, but I'm going to find out anyway. It's gone now.
It's gone, so probably someone having just a little bit of a moment. Ooh, if Jack can get a good run through Magnus and Beckers, actually, he could get TJ here under DRS.
There's a possibility.
With his
a few laps left to try
straight line speed that he has, Oh,
With massive speed, as we know.
Gonna have to go round
It's
the
not
outside here.
straightforward by any means.
No, can't quite.
Oh God!
Contact.
Right on board as he does that. That's ruined that for TJ. No front wing, I don't think. Is damage even on? It must be, because his front wing's fallen off. For a moment it looked like, but it's not such a big bumper behind him. It didn't really cost him too much. But he is going to lose second to a charging JJ at this point, by the look of it. He's gone on with a broken wing. That's a brave call.
On my screen, he didn't actually get any damage, so I don't really know. He's really understeering though. So
it looked like he's definitely lost some form of the right-hand side of his wing. It's not completely gone, but he has lost the side plates, or whatever you want to call them, end plates, or the flaps. Whatever the hell is supposed to be on the right side of the car is no longer there. But with a lap to go, he might as well just try and coast round and get a podium. Because Craig's probably not going to pass him, and even if he does, he's got an unserved stop-go, so yeah, go get your third place. Doesn't negate any of his good work for driver of the day. That was completely not his fault, I don't think. It was just
I think that comes down to a racing incident. They tried to go
optimistic.
too wide.
Yeah, that move was always going to be covered, I think, from DJ, but Dragon just went anyway. But never mind, we'll deal with that later. That's not our job, but it might influence your questions on the podium, though. So get thinking. When you got a lap and a bit left.
It might influence the questions a little bit. I think at this point, this race is pretty dead. JJ might catch TJ in his last lap, but won't be too much of a spectacular battle. If JJ does catch him, it'll be passed with some relative ease, I would imagine.
He won't fight that. He's definitely not going to fight that. It's not enough to do as it is. It's just so strange.
As JJ picks up another penalty, he might not even
go.
lose second if at this rate.
It's going to be tight, but if he can get past him before, well, that's not going to happen now. He's sideways out of turn 2, 2, 3, whatever the hell they are.
Yeah, I think JJ's starting to lose grip on these 10-lap odd softs.
Sorry, Wellington. Yeah, I think he's just done a little bit too much. Craig called it. I thought Craig went in a little early, but maybe he didn't. I don't know, whatever. Yep, just let him go. Straight through. There we go. I'm not going to fight him. This is going to be hell for him, though. This is not the place to try that with no front wing, sir.
I don't think he wanted to. I just don't think JJ got a very good run.
No. It's just now he's going to have dirty air through Mackers and Beckett with half a front wing. That's not going to end well for either of them.
If he's not careful either. This is really...
I guess he's going to lose second then.
Oh my...
Toxic has finished a lap down, and that's
what
are we watching here?
Just handing that back, because no, we go down the inside. This is...
What are we watching here? I'm very confused.
I'm beyond confused, but Dragon wins the race.
Let him go anyway. I think he knows he's lost the position, so he's just going to stick behind him. Cross the line third. Can he lose it to Craig, though? Is Craig close enough? Even with that one penalty that he's got, that I can remember.
I don't think JJ has that many, but we're about to find out. Oh yeah, he has unserved as well, didn't he? So
yeah, he served one and got another one on the lap. He served it, so he couldn't do that. So yeah, Dark Phoenix for 6th.
Yeah. So that is your finishers. Every single finisher getting points. And because there was only 8.
Well, I expected drama, but I don't think I quite expected a race like that. It was always going to be a tough ask from shortened grid for 13, I believe we had today, so that's always going to take a bit of the racing away, but what racing we did have was entertaining enough and needs to be cleaned up, I guess, but again, accidents happen and racing incidents will be racing incidents, and we'll see what people do with that, but I guess now you can confirm the finishing results in whatever order you like.
Yeah, well, I get on with inviting, so let me quickly go through the results. So we'll go from 8th to 1st. So you have Denzel 8th, Toxic 7th, Phoenix 6th with Atlantis 5th, who looked like he struggled a little bit this race. Craig 4th, and then your podiums, JJ, Mr. TJ, who had an unfortunate incident but kept his race clean, and Dragon, who is our winner.
Yeah. Kind of a feat to do this track without getting any penalties at all, so it pretty much solidifies driver of the day, unless he was at fault for that incident that we saw. I don't think he was, but we can take it away if we need to, but for now, he's driver of the day.
So I'm invited to him. Top 3 in, so we'll just wait for those guys to join.
Imagine a podium interview where none of them show up. That'd be awkward.
That would be awkward.
Oh, you can just sit here and count the trees if you like. None. There we go, that's the end of that game, innit?
We might get what you've just said, you know. I mean...
Well, makes your job easier.
Oh, hang on. Oh, wait. We have one of them arrived. Yay! Hello.
Hi.
I'm so glad someone arrived. Oh my god. You're a saviour.
Yeah, this would make it very awkward for us if you didn't come, so thanks, JJ. Since the other two are not here, we'll give them some more moments to make it, but if they don't, it would not be a good idea to start with them. But,
well, to be fair, JJ was the man I was going to start with anyway, the 3rd place man, so while we give the other guys a couple moments, I still don't have a question. I feel like I did have a question lined up for you and I forgot what it was.
Oh dear.
I don't even remember where you started on the grid. If you could give me a quick reminder of that, that'd be great.
So
it was about 4th or 5th.
Yeah, I started 4th on the grid on the mediums because when I was about to do my soft run, I got hit from behind and spam during my soft run. But I'm not quite sure what happened. But yeah, then I had to start on the mediums, and I got an okay start, but then I got dropped down to P6 after a dive bomb, and yeah, then it was just there was quite a few incidents actually that happened around me. It was kind of a boring race towards the middle, but at the end, Mr. TJ, I think he got wing damage, and I could have passed him, but I decided it would only be fair that I let him through at the last corner because he did pretty well.
Yes, that was the question I was going to ask. That was what I was going to ask. See, now you've reminded me. Yeah, I was going to ask that actually to see if you were just going to let him through or whether you were just letting him through or not, because it didn't seem like you were putting away from him where he had that front wing broken.
Yeah, he gained a... He was so far ahead of me, and then I just saw that he was meters ahead of me, so I decided to let him through. I thought, like, why not?
Yeah, I think he would have had you at the end from penalties anyway, but as the only man here, I'd like to congratulate you for turning up to the podium talk. And I'd like to congratulate you on your 3rd place and good recovery from the stuff that happened at the beginning of the race and stuff. And with the one-man podium talk over, Mikey, would you like to close us out?
Absolutely. Goodbye.